Okay, so the goal today is to finish the first chapter of Hilchos Korban Pesach. I think the way we should do this is we were very close to the end of the procedure. So let's finish through Tes Vav, and then we'll look at all the fancy, beautiful pictures, and then we'll go back and then do the remaining halachos. Okay, so the last step we did was, let's just actually rev back up to Yud Daled. So Shachar Shochet v'Kibel HaKohen. So the one who shechs the Korban Pesach shechs it, and that could be a non-Kohen. The Kibel HaKohen, and the Kohen receives it in the receives the dam. Okay, but no snow lechavero, v'chaver lechavero, kadeshis asku rabim b'mitzvah. So that's the bucket brigade. Or the Mizrach brigade. Each Kohen passes to his friend, so that all of them are involved in the mitzvah. Ad sheyagia hadam esel Kohen hakarav l'mizbeach, until it gets to the Kohen who's close to the mizbeach. Shofcho shvicha avas keneged ha'yisod. He pours it on the base of the mizbeach. Umakabo Mizrach Acher Male. And then he gets another full one, and then returns the empty one. Yeah, Chaim?
Why did he use the word showcase instead of Zrika?
Yeah, so earlier in the parak, when it was talking about Zrika, it said, or maybe this was actually, hold on just a second, I'm just going to see where it said it here. Where was the first mention of Zarok? Zrika? Oh, you know where it was actually? I think it was in the Psukim. Hold on. Korban Pesach in our other packet, which we don't need permanently, but when I was going through the Psukim, it said V'lakhu. No. Oh, no. I could have sworn that there was a clarification where either the Rambam, wait, hold on a second. No, it wasn't there. I thought I remember seeing Rav Makbili somewhere saying that when it says Vazarak in relation to the Korban Pesach, it really means, oh wait, is this it? Ad Yizarik Dam Hatam, no. Zorek Asadam, is that it? I thought I saw him say that the Zrika Sadam for the Pesach really means Shvicha. And I was going to look there and see if he was quoting another source that explained why that is. It's a good question. I don't even know. Again, I'm kind of an ignoramus in this area. I don't know how Zrika is normally done. Do we know how Zrika is normally done?
No, I thought you wouldn't know it though.
Yeah, I mean that's what the word would imply, right?
I thought it was similar to like Yom Kippur when they
right towards the thing. Yeah. Let me think where I could find this. Hold on, I'm just going to pause this recording for 1 second here while I look in an index. Okay, so we are going to see how Zrika is normally done, and we're going to look at Sefer Avoda Ma'aseh Korbanos. Let's see here, and this is Ma'aseh Korbanos 5, chapter 5, halachos Vav and Zayin. The question is which Vav and Zayin. All right, well, let's start here and we'll see if this takes us here. Okay, so Shlamim sheshachatan kodem sheyiftechu dolosos ha'heichal. So shlamim that were shechted before the gates of the heichal were opened, the doors of the heichal, psulin, are apostle. Shnemar says Pesach ol hamoed, the opening of the intent of meeting, bisman shepasuach, which is at the time that they're open. Afilu hayel dolosos mugafos. Okay, this does not seem like that. Oh, you know why I did the wrong halach. It's Vav and Zayin. Sorry. Ola v'asham hashlamim. The Ola asham and shlamim bein shel yachid bein shel tzibur zrika zadam shloshan al gav mizbeach shave lekulam. So you do the same zrika for all three of them. Kids who hose. What does he do? Kishalokech kohen adam b'mizrach. When the kohen collects the dam in the mizrach, however we want to translate mizrach. Zorach mimenu b'mizrach shtei zrikos al shtei zavios hamizbeach ba'alachson. he sprinkles it on the two corners of the Mizbeach in a diagonal fashion. Oh, I remember this now. Mechatze HaMizbeach, Mechati HaMizbeach ulamala, al keren mizrachis sfonis, al keren maravis dromis. From half of the Mizbeach and below, on the northeast corner and on the southwest corner. Umischavin kishayizro kadam al keren shi adam makif al hazavios kimin gam. And when he sprinkles it in a way that on the corners where it makes a like, I forgot how. Let me see how Chabad.org translates this. Yeah, I have the picture in my head, and if I had brought my volume, I'll show you the picture in the back, but I don't have the volume with me. Let's see. I mean, so far you're right. Okay, it's an actual sprinkling. Let's just see the description here. Oh, like a gamma. That's what a gamma is. Yeah, like an upside down L. Okay, fine. Let's see what it says here. I read that already. Kadesh yimate hadam shel shtei matanos al arba kosle hamizbeach, so that the dam from the two applications is found on the walls, on all four walls of the mizbeach. So in other words, you've got the square of the mizbeach. If you hit it on the corner and it goes on both walls, and then you do it on the other corner, it goes on both walls. You have it on both sides. Because it says around, so you're doing it on all four walls. Same thing with Asham. And then the remaining blood is poured on the roof of the foundation on the south. I think that's the little ledge, maybe. Okay, so that's for that one. Let's do one more. Yeah.
And then how's it like a gamma?
Let me just make sure I know what a gamma looks like. I think I know, but gamma. Okay, right. So I think he means like. All right, let me see if I can find a picture of this on Temple Institute.
Right.
Yeah.
How's he getting it? Like if he's like we said, you had the north and south corners.
Yeah.
And you should splatter both sides.
I think it's gonna be like I don't know. I mean, maybe I would have said it's like, equilateral triangle missing one side. Like two diagonals there. Let's see if there's a picture of this. I assume there's gonna be a picture. Gallery. Oh, this is taking so long to load. Study tools. Holidays, festivals. What about regular days?
Altar.
Yeah, maybe they'll show pictures of the application. Yeah, unfortunately, this has always been a poorly organized site, in my opinion. Gallery. Oh, illustrated tour. What about gallery? Okay. Is this what we want? Wide. Okay, no thanks, I'm not interested. All right. Did I miss it? Where's the picture of the Mizbach HaZahav? I don't see it yet. Let's go to the next page. No, okay, this is impossible. All right, you want to do? Let's shelve this question, and I want to look at the pictures in the good Rambam, but that'll be at home. Let's shelve both questions. The question about why this is shvicha and not zrika, and then the question of how they did regular zrika. Okay, and just put that for tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Okay. So anyway, so that was what we did yesterday. Then this is the last halachah we read yesterday. V'tolin umafshitin es hakulo. They hang the body and strip the skin off of it. V'kora'o, and they tear it. Umamche es koravav ad shemesir mehen hatzoav perish. Then they scrape the innards until it gets the filth off of it. Oh yeah, you're right. You might have one in there. Is that what you're looking?
I'm just not entirely sure what.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's how I pictured it also. Not like a full gamma, but like on both sides there.
Oh, wait, actually a question.
Yeah.
Wait, so wasn't there also that there were two corners where the blood sloped out of?
I don't remember.
Because this is saying like this is, that if you do it like that, the blood will be sloping down over.
You mean, yeah, but that wouldn't, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, we'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Umochan makir hakohen al mizbeach, and then he salts them and then burns them on the mizbeach. Okay. New part. The ketzad tolen umafshitin. How do you hang it and skin it? Masmeros shalabarzel hayu kavuin baksalim uva amudim. There were nails of iron that were fixed into the walls and in the pillars. Shebehem tolen umafshitin, and that's what they would use to hang them and to skin them. Right, hanging there. Anyone who didn't find a place to hang it. Maklin, dakin, chalakin, hayusham. There were maklin, dakim. There were thin staves that were smooth there. Maniach al ktefov al kesef chavera v'tola umafshid. So I guess like, you know, I have one end of the staff and you have another end of the staff, and then we hang it on there and then we skin it off of that. Okay, that's odd. All right, let's just see if there's any halachos against that, or is that just a practical thing? Nope, maklin is maklos. Oh yeah, like this. We got pictures here, right? So the primary way to do it was to hang it off of these hooks and then skin it against the wall. But if not, then you just hang it together like that in between you, and then you skin it like that. Yeah, a lot more close there. Okay. Okay, good. And then one more step. Shalmu milahakriv. Once they finish being makriv, Poschin dalsos hazara, they would open the gates of the courtyard. Viotes kas harishona v'nichnasa shnia. Then the one group would go out and the other group would come in. Yatas shnia v'nichnasa shlishis. And then the second group would go out and the third group would go in. Kamase rishona kach mase shnia ushlishis. And as they did with the first one, they would do with the other ones, second and the third. Shalma kas shlishis v'yatas rochoti nasa azara. When the third one went out, then they would wash the azara. So we were saying yesterday that it does seem to have to be three, davka three, right? And this supports that. Right, you can't have like 10 ketos. It's each keto can have, it has to have the minimal number, but you can go upwards. But then there's only 3 ketos in general, because he's saying that after the third one leaves, then you wash the azara. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the pictures now to get this seared into our. Okay. So this first beautiful picture is, and we read the caption, which they take from the Rambam. Knisas makriv haPesach Azara. This is the entry of the groups into the Azara. Nichnasa katarishona ad shetitmal Hazara v'nolin dalsos Hazara. The first group enters until the Azara is filled, and then they close the gates. B'tzir nirim hasharim hatzafoniyim shel Hazara. In the picture, you can see the northern gates. The gates on the north of the courtyard. Chelik mi dalsos hasharim ninalu al yidei halavim shuarei hamikdash. So some of the gates would be closed by the Levim, who are the gatekeepers of the Mikdash. And then the remainders would wait outside until the time of the entry of the Kachniya. So that's what I meant about waiting in lines till it's all filled up. Okay, then sorry guys, this one's closed up, and then they do the second one. Okay, next picture is the Ma'amad Shchitas Pesach. This is the assembly line here, right? So Nichnasa Hakat Harishona Umaskilin Lishkotas Piskem Hakani Omdim Shuros Uvidem Mizrake Kesef Mizrake Zahav. So you've got the gold ones over there and then the silver ones over there. Shur Shal Kesef Shul Shal Zahav Lohayim Oravim Kadeshi Yu Lahem Noi. Shachad Shochet Kibal Coin Nosna Lachavero. Okay, we read this just now. Okay, right. So that's the assembly line, and then they pass it, and you can see back there the Mizbeach. It keeps getting passed all the way down. And then those 2 Kohanim are the ones who put it on the Mizbeach, and then they wait till they get a new one and then hand it back, and then it passes all the way. Yes, they're passing them in both directions, right? They're passing the empty ones all the way up to the front. This is a little weird because it looks like there are people doing the shchitos all along the line. But like, how does this guy get another empty mizrach? I mean, they have to pass them all the way down. It's just going to get confusing. And this is the most efficient way to set it up, though. But like, I'm just curious how they're going to pass the mizrachos all the way back.
Paul had him behind them in the fight.
Oh, could be.
I'm not nothing wrong.
Yeah, that's true. That could be. Yeah, that would be more efficient. Then they could just pass it all the way to the see whoever needs it. All right, let's assume that. Okay. Okay, next you have the challah and the tekios. Oh, look at that choir there with all the trumpets. So that's kol zman shehim shochtim umakrivin korin halavim es halal al kol kriya tokin shalosh tekios v'chatotros tekia utro tekia hoyel v'in nesachim l'tekoa b'shas nizok tokin b'shas shchita. What?
I was just thinking of the top of how many tashras you could do.
Oh yeah.
Because,
Yeah. Okay. Then you have this, which is the Haktar Haimurin. That is Umotias Haimurin Venosam Bekli Molchan Maktiran Hakoin Al Gam Mizbeach. So that's so this is after they pour the blood on the bottom of the Mizbeach. They take the bowls with the salted Emurin and they walk them up and they burn them on the Mizbeach. Okay. And again, for those who haven't seen the picture, Mizbeach is quite huge. Okay. Then you've got next one is Shalosh Kidos Bazara. So this is the last halacha we just read. So Shalmu Hamak Milahakri Poskin Adal Zazar Viotes Kas Rishona Miyamin Vinichna says Kashnia Mismol Yatsas Kashnia, etc. Betom Hakravas HaPesach V'Amirs HaHalal. At the end of the offering of the Pesach and the saying of the Halal, Hamakrivim Mefanim Es Hazara L'Kavutza Haba'a. Then the Makrivim empty the Azara for the next group. V'Yotzain Ish Labesa Litzlos has a Korban Lamata, and then they all leave to their house to roast the Korban below. Okay, last picture, I think. Oh, that's all of them going home. Okay, with the Korban in their bag, and then last picture, which we actually, oh yeah, we did read this. Oh, so this is the Rochti Nesazara B'Shabbos. Oh, sorry, we haven't read the Shabbos one yet. The Rochti Nesazara. So that's them washing it. And then the little gutter with the blood coming out that flows away, and then this on one we also haven't read yet. Oh yeah, let's read the actual halachos. Okay, so this is the okay. We have to make a decision now. Actually, we have what 4 sessions left, maybe 5. Yeah.
Were you leaving for Pesach?
So I am leaving on the Actually, I can't remember if I'm leaving on the 11th or the 12th. Oh, so no, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6. I don't know what I'm going to be like on that Monday, but what my schedule is like. Yeah. So he goes here now into the Shchitas Pesach on Shabbos. That's the remaining part of this chapter, how it's Docha Shabbos. But I was looking ahead, and we have, if we want to do the Hilchos Pesach, there's 3 prakim on it. Mm-hmm. So I kind of suggest we start that and skip this. And I didn't realize that until I just got here now, so I don't have the makbili today. So let's do, let's start it with Machon Mamre, and then I'll look through the makbili and see if there's anything that we miss for tomorrow. Okay, so we're in Korban Pesach again. Oh, you know what we should do actually? Hold on, let's do this. We didn't read the losases and the mitzvos about the eating of the Pesach. So here, you take one of these, and I will open that up. Okay, so let's do in the Sefer HaMitzvos. Let's see, we have Nun. Yeah, okay, let's do we do? Okay, we did Nun He, so we need to do Nun Vav. So we look and find the Sefer Mitzvos part, Mitzvah Nun Vav. HaMitzvah HaSheish VaChamishim Hatzivu Shnitz Tavinu Le'echol Keves HaPesach B'Leil Chamish Asar B'Nisan. So the mitzvah of eating the Pesach lamb on the 15th night of the 15th of Nisan, according to the prior conditions stated before. That is, namely that it's roasted. It's eaten in one house. It's eaten with matzah and mara. That's the pasuk. They shall eat the meat on this night, roasted over the fire, and matzos on mara they shall eat it. Okay, now he has a little discourse here. Maybe someone who objects will object to me saying, "Madua atamone achilas pesach umatzah umara mitzvah achas." Okay, so you got a minyan mitzvahs question. You might say, why do you count the eating of the Pesach matzah and maror as one mitzvah and not as three? Sorry, and not as three. Achilas matzah mitzvah. Okay, eating of the matzah is a mitzvah. Achilas maror mitzvah. Same thing with maror. Achilas basar haPesach mitzvah. Okay, same thing with achilas basar haPesach. Okay, interesting, right? Because so in other words, the question is why is he conceiving of the eating of the Pesach and the matzah and the maror? In other words, why is matzah and maror enter into this sivui here? Why don't you just count them each as three totally separate mitzvahs? Okay. So his answer, Harini Omer Lo, I would say to him, so the fact that matzah is his own mitzvah is good, as I will explain. Same thing with the eating of the meat of the Pesach. The maror is secondary to the achilas haPesach, and it's not proper to count it as a mitzvah on its own. Haraya lakach. The proof for this is Shabasar haPesach ne'achal l'kiyum hamitzvah bein sheyesh maror ubein she'ein. So the kiyum of the mitzvah of eating Pesach, the meat of the Pesach, is whether or not you have maror. However, the maror is only eaten if you have the basar Pesach. You should eat it with matzos and marorim. If you eat maror on its own, you're not doing anything. Lo nemar shakim mitzvah achas. It was not said that you fulfilled a mitzvah. V'hi achilas maror. Yeah, so maror is only a mitzvah with the Korban Pesach. Lashon hamachilta tzli eshu matzos al marorim magi dekasav shemitzvahs Pesach tzli al matzah umaror. So that teaches you that the mitzvah of the Pesach is roasted on matzah and maror. Klomar shemitzvah hi klalusam. The mitzvah is all three of them. V'sham ne'amar minayin ata omer she'im ein lahem matzah umaror hem yotze midecho basam b'Pesach. How do you know that if you don't have matzah and maror, then you're still yotze Pesach? Tam lomar yochluhu. The pasuk says you shall eat it. So the it means singular, which is just the meat of the Pesach. That's how it shows. Klomar habasar levado. That's just the meat. Yahol kshem she'im ein lahem matzah umar hem yotzi midei chavasam b'Pesach. Kach im ein lahem Pesach yatzu yidei chavasam b'matzah umar. You might think that just as if you don't have matzah and umar, you're yotze, you're chiyuv of Pesach. So too, if you don't have a Pesach, you're also yotze matzah and umar. Hari atadan hoil v'Pesach mitzvah saseh umatzah umar mitzvah saseh. Okay, so you'll make the extrapolation that it goes both ways. So the pasuk says you shall eat it. V'sham ne'amar yochluhu mikan amru Pesach ne'achal achila sova bein matzah umar ne'achalim achila sova. So from here they said that Pesach is eaten on satiated eating, and matzah and maror are not eaten that way. Ki ha-mitzvah achilas habasar, because the mitzvah is to eat the meat. You should eat the meat on this night. Maror mitafle basar ha-pesach v'chavosav kfi shemisbar milashonos elu mishevinan. Okay, yeah, I don't know why he's going to all these rushes here. I mean, he's trying to prove that it's one mitzvah of eating the Pesach with matzah and maror, and that maror is not a mitzvah. All right, let's see where he goes. So the big proof is the statement in the Gemara that maror b'zman hazeh is d'Rabbanan. Ki min Torah ein chova la'achla b'fnei atzma ela nechal im yesh basar haPesach. Because midaraisa it's only a mitzvah with the basar Pesach. V'zo raya brura u'mefureshes chu mitafle ha-mitzvah. That's a clear proof that it's a secondary aspect of the mitzvah. Lo she'achilaso mitzvah b'fnei atzma. Not that its eating is a mitzvah on its own. V'gam dini mitzvah zo mevorim b'mizachas pesachim. Okay, that was a long thing. I mean, did he answer his question? Well, he's definitely saying that the mitzvah minimum of is to eat the basar Pesach with the matzah and maror. So that's why you count it as part of the mitzvah. Matzah, he says, is its own mitzvah, as he'll say later on, and then maror, he's saying it's not a mitzvah because the Gemara is clear that it is not ma'akev. That it's not ma'akev the Pesach, and it's not even a mitzvah without the Pesach. Yeah.
So just trying to get this. So the hog counts all three as one.
Say again.
So the hog counts all three.
Let's look at the Bahag. I mean, the Rambam is counting all three as one. I think it sounds like he's saying that
the Rambam is.
He's count. The way he counts is like this: Pesach with matzah and maror is one. That's the full mitzvah, and then matzah is its own mitzvah, and then maror is not its own mitzvah. In other words, the full mitzvah of Pesach is al matzos umrorim, but if you don't have that, then it's you do Pesach b'fnei atzmo, because there's another pasuk that says, or because the pasuk says yochluhu, and they darshan that to mean even on its own. I do want to see how the Bahag holds though. Yeah.
I guess for some reason thought he was counting the hog.
I mean, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The Bahag might count it as 3, not as 1. Yeah. Let's see. Where's the tool here? Kalim.
No, I mean, I just heard and thought that he was counting as the hog counted as 1.
I see. All right. So let's do. Let's see. Who we get from Maror here. Okay. Maror. Lechol es a Pesach al matos umrorim. Okay, so the Bahag counts that. But the question is, does the Bahag count maror as its own mitzvah also? Le'echol maror b'leil chamisha asar b'nisan. Bahag. No, I think that was the same mitzvah. Pei beis, yeah.
What about matzah from the Bahag?
Matzah, the Bahag. Yeah, interesting. Looks like the Bahag. Okay, well, we'll find out in a second. Hold on. Okay, let's do matzah, or maybe matzos. Lechol matzah b'leil chamish asar b'nisan. Yeah, looks like the Bahag just counts it as 1. So I guess you were right.
Not intentionally, but not 2 rogs or something.
Yeah. So the Bahag. Can we click on the Bahag? Again, I don't think we have the full text of the Bahag. Lechol al matzos umrorim. Yeah, so he doesn't have matzah as its own. What does he do with be'erev tochlu matzos? Let me just see if he has that here, just to check. I know it should say it. Tochlu matzos. So let's just check here in the Moneh mitzvah. Moneh mitzvos. Lechol matzah b'leil chamish asar b'nisan. Yeah, there's no Bahag there. Okay, there we go then. So the Bahag counts it all as 1. Yeah, difficult. Okay. And okay, good. So let's now do the halachos, which we don't have the makbili for. So we're starting on Perek Ches. Korban Pesach. Okay. Oh, and in the Koseres, it is Lechol Basar Pesach al matzah umar b'leil chamish asar. So he still does put matzah and maror in the formulation. Yeah. Okay. Halacha Aleph. Achilas basar haPesach b'leil chamish asar mitzvah saseh. The eating of the meat of the Pesach on the night of the 15th of Nisan is a mitzvah saseh. Shneimar zez v'achilas basar b'leil hazeh tzli yesh matzos al morim yachlu. You shall eat the meat on this night, roasted over the fire, and matzos on merorim, you shall eat it. Vein matzah umar ma'akvin, matzah umar not ma'akev the Pesach. Im lo matzah umar, if you don't find matzah umar, yote yidecho basar ba'achilas basar haPesach levado. Then you're yote with the eating of the basar Pesach alone. V'hamar below Pesach ino mitzvah, but mar without Pesach is not a mitzvah. Shneimar al merorim yachlu. It says on merorim you shall eat it, but there's no separate pasuk with maror. Mitzvah min muvchar lechol basar haPesach achilas sova. Okay, so the best way to do the mitzvah is to eat it when you're satiated. Lefikach im hikrif shalmei chagiga ba'arba asar. Therefore, if a person was makriv the shalomim of chagiga on the 14th, ochel mehed tchila. So first he eats from that. The acharkach ochel basar pesach kadei lisboa mimeno. Then he eats the basar of the pesach in order to be satiated from it. Im lo achal ala kazayis yatsa yidei chavasa. And if you only eat a kazayis from it, then he's yotze. Yeah, anyone ever heard an explanation for the Tama mitzvah of why it's al hasova?
Satiation?
Yeah.
I heard one thing about not breaking the bones.
Well, I mean, that's its own los, I say. You're saying it would be the same reason?
I like some practicality thing, although I'm not sure if that's.
I mean, like if you weren't required to eat al hasova, then you would like just be like gorging yourself on the meat and then break the bones. Something like that.
Yeah, although when I think about maybe Yeah, I'm
I
not.
believe that
After more
time
think about the war thing, it doesn't work because the reason for Korban Chagiga or the Korban Chagiga is outside, is independent of Korban Pesach. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
I believe Yosi is actually correct that one of the Rishonim says that
Oh, yeah? Okay.
as one of the Kame of
Interesting.
It's a great discussion in the Rishonim.
Uh-huh.
Mitzvah.
Okay. All right. So then that is possible. I just want to look up one thing. Don't write this as a source yet. But I want to just see in the regular korbanos how you're supposed to eat it. Oops, we're in the wrong place. In Avoda, Master Korbanos 10. Just 1 second. Yeah, there's no requirement of how you eat it here. Yeah.
where's saying you're required? It's required to be.
Well, it's mitzvah minimum of so you're supposed to do it that way. Oh, here we go. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I thought I remember this. Yeah. It says. So this is in Maaseh Korbanos 10:10 and 10:11. He says. Yeah, so he says muter lechol as a kodshim b'chol ma'achal. You can eat the kodshim, I think, with all food. Afilu hakohanim mutarim lechol chelkam bein mikudashim kalim mikoshim kalim bein mikoche kodshim b'chol ma'achal b'lashanos b'achilasim ochlam tzluyim shalukim u'lushalim laseis l'tochan tvalin shalchulin. Avalo to tvali truma, so you can eat them cooked in any way. You could put spices in them, even spices of chulin, but not spices of truma. Shlo yaviu es truma l'dei psul, but you don't want to pass the truma. Va'atmos nisharos mutaros, and the remaining bones are mutar. Va'osei adam mehem kol kelim shiur. Okay. Then he says, Haisalahem achila mu'etes. If you only have a little bit of food, ochlin ima chulin utruma, you should eat chulin and truma with them. Kadesh shetiyeh nechalas im hasova. So you should eat it with being satiated. Now it's funny; it's not all hasova. I don't know if there's a difference. And if you have a lot of food, then you should not eat it with the truma and chulin, so that you don't eat a gorge eating. Yeah, so that's what I was wondering: is this is al hasova by Pesach a function of just the Kodshim, like that Kodshim eat that way? I really don't know the system, so I'm not sure, but I did remember that. Lefikach, oh, we just read that. Okay, fine. Oh, and he says if you only eat it kazayis, then you're yosei. Fine. So you don't need to eat it also. That's just the mitzvah minimum of far. V'chein achilas basar pesach sheni b'leilei chamisha asar l'chodesh iyar mitzvah saseh shneimar al matzos umrim yochluhu. Same thing with the pesach sheni, eating on the 15th of iyar. Both of them can only be eaten roasted over the fire. Someone who eats from it a kazayis, which is na, I believe means partially cooked, or mavushal, or cooked, meaning not roasted, cooked with liquid, on the nights of Pesach gets malchus. As it says, al tochlu mimenu na uvashal mavushal b'mayim. If you eat it partially cooked and mavushal as one, you only get one malchus because both of them are only one lav. All right, let's actually look at the Rambam and Sefer Mitzvos on that. So we didn't read that yet. This is Sefer Mitzvos number. This is going to be in the Los Ases. Los Ase. Probably going to be at the back of the packet. Maybe I didn't. Did I include it? Oh yeah, I did. There's poor etzem. Huh, it's in a different order in the Mishnah Torah. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So it's kuf chaf hey on the last page, the very last page of the mitzvah packet. Azhar shusar milachal korban pesach mevushal ona al tzli bilvad behu amru yisrael al tochum mimenu na uvashal mevushal kor biarti lachal bichlal hatashim min hamam razeh over al lav zeh loke. Okay. Yeah. So that's that lav. Okay. Back to the halachos. Yeah. So you only get one. What do you call? Malchus, because it's only one lav. I want to deviate for just a little while because I believe this is where the Rambam argues with the Rambam, and I think the Rambam counts it as two mitzvos. And I want to see if he comments on the Rambam there. Let me just check it before you write it as a source here, because that would be interesting in the mitzvos thing. Oh, that's not going to work. Mavushal. Yeah. Is it in the Twalos? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so the Rabag, this is on Rabag on 12:9 in the Twalos. He says, "Twas hasheshu b'mitzvos, mashi hisir shalolechol basar pesach mevushal b'mayim or b'shar mashkin." So this is the losase that we're prohibited from eating the meat of the Pesach cooked in water or other liquids. But twalos bezos mitzvah mavur, the benefit of the mitzvah is clear from that which came before. Rosh shlo yavor al zos azhara im sach hatzali. Bitzalosa also b'shemen uvashar mine peros shu nehug lasuch behem hatzli. That's interesting. So I didn't know that. You should know that you're not over on this azhara if you anoint the roasted thing when you roast it with oil or with other types of fruit, as people are accustomed to anoint roasted meat. That's the proper way to do sliya. Oh, he's giving us cooking advice here. I didn't know that though. That's interesting. So you're saying you could have oil on the outside and fruit. Yeah.
This is a shmod.
12:9 in the Rambam. So you can make I mean, sounds like you're saying you can make a pineapple roasted Korban Pesach, like smear pineapple on the outside, because that's the way you roast. I don't know why I said pineapple, but it could be any fruit. Also, we know this is why when you fry, you roast stuff, then having oil conducts the heat better, right? So it'll make the insides cook better. Okay. This is what I wanted to get to. You should know. Or maybe this is not what I'm thinking of. You're only chayev on this if you eat the basar pesach partially cooked or mavushal at a time when you should eat it roasted. That's on the night of the 13th of Nisan. That's really interesting. If you eat it early, right before the Zman, then you're not lokesh. At a time when you only at a time when you roast it over fire. Who over basay, but you are over on a seish. Yeah, so you're over on a seish eating it early. Yeah, Chaim?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to unmute myself.
Okay. Ukvar yisapik misafik. Oh, this is the part I wanted. So he's saying, how can we count these as two azharos, unlike the Rambam who counts it as one? The Rambam only counted them as one. So he's going to quote the Ikar HaTashi, the ninth rule. Amar Hashem Yisrael Basar HaPesach Al Tochlu, or sorry, Beseh HaPesach Al Tochlu Mimenu Na Uvashim Mavusha B'Mayim Ki Anachnu Nimne Zehalav Mitzvah Achas Ki Lo Amar Al Tochlu Mimenu Na Vilo Bashal Mavushal B'Mayim V'Ba B'Lav Echad Kola Shnei Yanim. So the Rambam seems to rely on the lashon. It says, don't eat from it na u bashal mavushal, as opposed to don't eat from it na and don't eat from it mavushal. So the fact that it's under one lav means that it's one lav. Ataf echad mehem al ha'acher. Okay. Uv'shnei sheni mipsachim amru amar rava achal na lokeshtaim. Mevushal loke shtaim, na umevushal loke shalosh. V'zeh shu sover shalokin al lav shabchlalos. So if you ate from it na, you get 2 malchus. If you eat from it mevushal, you get 2. If you eat from it na and mevushal, you get 3. V'zeh, that guy shuhu sover shalokin al lav shabchlalos holds that you get a malchus on a lav shabchlalos. Ukshachal na over al shnei lavin, and when you eat it na, then you're over 2 lavin. Echad al tochlu mimenu na uvasheni hanilkach miklal zeh kilu amar al tochlu oso elat tzali. You're also over. You get the second malchus because it's as if it says you should only eat it as a tzli. Kvar achal bilti tzli, and you ate it not as a tzli. So you get one for eating it na, and the other for eating it not tzli. Ukshachal na umavushal loke lefi dato shalosh, and when you eat it na and mevushal, you get 3 according to him. Echad al ochlo oso na, v'sheni al ochlo oso mevushal, v'shlishi al achilos oso ochlo oso bilti tzali. Okay, fine. V'amru al zeh amamar v'abai amar ein lokin al lav shabchlalos. Abai says you don't get malchus on that. Ikad amri tartehu delo laki chada miha laki. Rotlomar kishachal na umevushal loke achas. Ikad amri chada nami lo laki mishum delom yachid lave chalav techasima. Okay, I don't want to get into this whole chocolate batara. Shu lav echad yasir midavar echad. Ulam zeh alav hamasir mishnei devarim na umavushal. In lokin alav. Ukvar yadata shakvar hisbar b'gemara Sanhedrin. Shein lokin alav shabklalos. V'lochein amar mamar rava hu nidche. Ha'emes shuhu loke achas bein she'achal na uvash uvein she'achal na umavushal. L'zen nimna omer al tachlu na uvashal mitzvah achas. Sham nemar gamkein amar rava achal zag loke shtaim. Chartan loke shtaim, zag v'chartan loke shalosh. Abai amar ein lokin al lav shabklalos. Rotzalamer mikol asher ye'asim gefen al yayin. Shiachshov rabba shalokin al lav. Ikad amri tarti hud lo laki aval chada miha laki. Ikad amri chada nami lo laki mishum delo miyachid lavi klav dechzima agam l'shan. Okay, I just want to get to see how he critiques the Rambam. Hinei bir bezeh. So the Rambam explained. Shena umavushal inam ki'im azhara achas. The na umavushal are only one azhara. Ella shekasher iyun bazeh. But when we looked into this, matzanu shiyasigu divrei harav bazeh hamakum sveikos chazakos. There are lots of doubts on the Rav's position. In himalan mehem b'shum panim, he can't get out of it. V'zeh shekvar yirai midavarav shu yisbor shahalacha gamkein. Okay, you know what? This is going to be too long. Oh my goodness. All right, I apologize. This is way too long for us to go through. Wow. I mean, I knew he would talk about it a lot because this is part of his fundamental disagreement with the Rambam about how to count mitzvos. But look how long that is. Okay, sorry, I should have looked at it ahead of time. Let's go back to the halachos. Okay, back to the halachos in Korban Pesach. Okay, v'chein achilas basar. We read that already. Okay, we read this already. Okay, fine. So this is what we just read from the cited by the Rabag, that if you ate from it na or mavushal while it was still day, meaning before the zman, eno loka, you don't get malchus. Shnemar says ki'im tzli eish, only eat it roasted. B'shah mitzvah lo ochlot tzli chayav al chilas not mavushal. So you're only chayav on this lav at a time when you should be eating it tzli, which is at the zman chiyuvo, but beforehand you're pater. Achal mimenu kazayis tzli mi b'od. If you ate a kazayis roasted while it was still day, over al mitzvahs aseh, you are over a mitzvah aseh. It says v'layla hazeh. It says you should eat the meat on this night. Balayla lo biyam, at night, not by day. V'lav haba michlal aseh asehu, and a lav that comes from an aseh is counted as an aseh. In other words, even though you're over it, you know, by like in other words, even though it generates an isser, since it came from an aseh, then we count it as an aseh, not as a los aseh. Okay, now he defines the terms. Na shehisr alav Torah. When it says na in the Torah, hu abasar shehischel bo maaseh ha'ur v'nitle ma'at. So it's meat that the cooking process of the heat has begun and it is roasted a little bit. Ve'enu ro'oi la'achilas adam adayim, but it's still not fit for human consumption. Aval im achal mimenu basar chai, but if you eat it raw, eno loke, you don't get malchus because it's not considered na. Ubital mitzvah say, but you still are mevatel the aseh because it's not tzali. Shnemar tzli eish ha isheno tzali aser. Salehu kol tzorcho ad shenisharech v'achlo pater. If you roasted it as much as necessary until it was singed or like charred, v'achlo, and then you ate it, you're pater. Yeah, why are you pater? I mean, it's interesting, right? Because if you charred it, you did roast it. Why does it say pater? I mean, it implies pater of al asr, right? And apparently you're not mevatel the assay, right? The fact that you're not mevatel the assay would seem to indicate that charred does count as salui. Yeah?
It doesn't even mean basar chai.
No, basar chai means if it's raw. That's not the case I'm asking about now. I'm asking about the next case. The last case in that halacha. Salehu kol tzarcho ad shenisharech v'achlo pater. So why are you pater is what I'm asking. So I'm saying the fact that you're not over the assay indicates that nisharech does count as sali. I'm just confused why it says pater.
What's the pasuk of the mitzvah?
The pasuk is 12:9. Al tachlu mimenu na uvasha muvushal b'mayim ki im sli eish. I just want to see if Chabad.org has footnotes on this. Oops. Where are we? 8. There are no footnotes. Let's just see if they have anything in halacha. Wait a minute. Am I in the right place? 6. Yeah.
Like the best thing you can come up with is to say that it's actually not sliyesh. It's just you never did the mice of doing anything but sliyesh.
It's not sliyesh, which is why you're not. Which is why you're. Well, hold on a second. Okay, so it's not sliyesh. So,
but there's no mice of cooking it not sliyesh.
There's no mice of cooking it not sliyesh because you did cook it sliyesh. You're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but here's the thing though. When we just putter, I'm not even. Are you yotze the mitzvah of eating it, sliyesh? I feel like I'm just missing some basic thing here. Putter from what? Your putter from malchus, right? Meaning that you're not eating it na uvashel, but you're still yotze. And yeah, I assume it's still yotze, yeah?
Well, you asked the question of yotze, why? So with the mavushal, you're just not yotze anything?
With the mavushal, I assume you're not yotze, unless you are yotze the achilas habasar and you get malchus though. This is a very basic question. I'm right, because he says if you eat it na or mavushal b'leilei pesachim, you get malchus. But the mitzvah is, well, that's the thing. The way he said the mitzvah is in the Sefer Mitzvahs is to eat it with all the conditions. So maybe you're not yotze. I don't know why he doesn't say it though then. Let's read on and see if he says it at the end after he defines the other terms. So mavushal on Zaina, mavushal sheisir alav Torah, bein shenispashal b'mayim, bein shenispashal b'shar mashkin, or b'mei peros. So it doesn't matter whether it's cooked in water or with other liquids or with the fruit juice. Shnemar uvashal mavushal riba hakol. So when it says uvashal mavushal, that's a riboy for everything. Salehu ba'akach bishlo. If you roasted it and then cooked it afterwards, oshe bishlo ba'akach salehu, oshe asahu tzli kadera ba'achlo chayev. or you cooked it and then you roasted it, or you made it in a roasted dish, and you ate it, chayav. Aval mutar lasuch oso b'yayin v'shemen uv'shar mashkin u'meiperos chutz min hamayim. But you can anoint it with these other liquids, with oil and fruit juice and other liquids other than water. Mutar letabel habasar achar shenitzle b'mashkin u'meiperos. You can dip or immerse the meat in after it's been roasted in liquids and in fruit juices. Okay. You cannot roast the Pesach over a stone vessel, or kli matechos, or metal vessels. Shemar says tzli eish, has to be over the fire. Lo tzli davar acher, not roasted by something else. So you can't like use your cast iron. Lefikach im haya kli menukav kadesha tishlot bo ha'ur tzalehu alav. So if you have like a kli with holes in it and you put it over the fire, then you can do it because the fire has to like lap at it, you know. The ain solin also b'shafod shel matechas. You can't cook it on a metal spit. Shari hashafod cham kula, because the shafod gets very hot. V'tzalehu b'mekoma, and it will roast the inside. So that's an interesting halacha, right? So what this you can ask. He's saying like this: if you have, imagine a cast iron pan with holes in it. Okay, so he's saying you can use that because the fire goes through the holes, or like a grill. Let's say like you could use a grill because the fire goes through the holes. Right, but you can't use a spit because the spit will the spit itself will cook the meat in its place. My question is, if it's on a grill, yeah, it's true that the fire is cooking it, but the grill is also cooking it. Like that's where you get grill marks from. So why can you use a grill? I mean, like either you should not be allowed to use the grill for the same problem posed by the shvod, or you should be allowed to use the shvod. I want to write down these questions that we have to answer from Rav Makbili, so I don't forget them. Notepad. So we had one question, which is, why is the zrika a shvicha for Korban Pesach? Next question was, how can you grill it if you can't spit it? And then I think we have one more question, which is, oh yeah, if you, what's the status of the charred Pesach? Yeah. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm reading this right. I think I am. Says, yeah, therefore, if the utensil is perforated so the fire could affect the meat, one may roast with it. One may not roast it with the metal spit because the entire spit will be hot and roast meat where it touches it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. For the thing with holes, do we know if that's metal?
That's a good question. Right, that's a good question. So presumably, if it's metal, then it would be the same problem as the spit, right?
Well, like maybe there are things which, I guess, don't conduct heat.
Right, like they're repelling the heat. Yeah, I don't know if you do it on, I don't know what they would use, but yeah, that would answer the question, right? Structurally, that would answer the question. Yeah, meaning anything that cooks it b'makomo is not going to be permitted. Yeah, I wonder what they would use then for a perforated kli. I guess pottery. Does pottery cook stuff? Okay, I don't know. Interesting. That's a good possibility. That's a good answer though. Okay, let's do another one. Ein solin es pesach al gabi kli even. Oh, we just read that. Hisik es tanor, if he stoked the oven, v'garaf es kol ha'esh, and he raked all of the fire, v'tolehu batanor, and then hung it in the oven, v'tolehu, and roasted it. Harizeh aser. That's aser she'ein zeh tzli eish. That is not considered tzli eish. In other words, if it's being cooked by the heat of the in other words, if you like with the barbecue, right? You get the coals really hot, and then it's being cooked from the heat of the coals, not fire, not flames. I think that's what he means. Right? That's what he means by you raked all the coals. Let's just see if that makes sense. When one kindles an oven, removes all the fire, and then okay. So it's just being roasted by the oven itself. Yeah, by like the residual heat in the oven. Yeah, then that's not tzli eish. Chatchu v'talehu, if you cut it and roasted al gabi kachalim on coals, harizeh tzli eish. That is tzli eish. Okay, fine. Salehu al gabi seed, o charasis, o chametveria. If he roasted, seed is marble, I think, right? Marble or clay, a lime, clay, or hot springs of Tiberia. Harzet aser, then that is aser. She'ein zet liyesh, because that's not liyesh. Okay, this all makes sense. Yeah. Okay, you know what? That's a good stopping point for today, because then he goes into how do you cook it. Okay, good. So we're making progress here. So I think it's reasonable we'll get through this. Well, I guess we don't really know what the next chapters are, but yeah, let's stop here for today, and then I'll try to check our answers for tomorrow. Do we have any other questions besides why is the Zrika Shvicha for Korban Pesach? What is the status of a charred Pesach? And then how can you grill if you can't spit it? And then Yosef's answer was it's cooked on something that doesn't conduct heat. Yeah. Okay, let's stop here for today.
This is your second.
Yeah.